Hi there, and welcome to Let's Stress Less. If you're a woman who's feeling overwhelmed with life because your stress is out of control, you're pretty sure your stress could be affecting your health, and you want to get a handle on that before it gets worse, stick around. I've got you covered. I'm Chantal. I'm a registered nurse and your lifestyle design coach for stress mastery. And I can show you how to unwrap the gift of stress so you can go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. Today we're going to talk about the 3 greatest causes of stress for anyone, no matter who you are. The first is major life events. Life events are the big things that happen to you, good or bad, like death of a loved one, divorce, loss of a job, birth of a child, a significant move or job change, marriage, the big things. Some major life events are unavoidable. They just happen and you don't even see them coming, like the loss of a job, an accident, world events, illness, that sort of thing. Other major life events occur by choice, such as changing a job, moving, starting school, quitting school, having a child, marriage, divorce. But whether an event occurs by chance or by choice, a major life event usually requires that you concentrate a lot of energy on that event, often setting aside or even neglecting other important areas of your life. Fortunately, while life events are big and can be very stressful, they don't happen every day. They're sporadic, but they can create huge amounts of stress even when they're eagerly anticipated. Think about the life events that have happened to you in just the last 2 years. Life events count big, and no one is immune. But as significant as these major life events are, they're typically not your greatest source of stress. The second greatest cause of stress is life's daily hassles. Unlike major life events that occur sporadically, daily hassles are minor hassles or events that happen on a daily basis. They're small things, and they can be frequent, irritating, frustrating, and stress-inducing. And they're considered to be just a part of a normal day. Here are some examples of daily hassles. See how many of them you've experienced in just a single day. Misplacing something like your keys or papers or the kids' shoes. Poor time management. How about car troubles or traffic jams? Poor customer service or long wait times. Technology glitches. Negative interactions with coworkers or family members. Sensory overload. Urgent demands from others. A to-do list that's too big. Poor self-care or self-neglect. Daily hassles are irritations that happen over and over, even on a daily basis. They create stress, and in time, if they aren't dealt with, this stress adds up, becoming chronic stress. But to add to the significance of daily hassles, there are 3 factors that affect the impact of these daily hassles, meaning they make what's already a problem an even bigger problem. The first factor is amplification. Amplification means to increase the magnitude or strength of something, to make it larger or more powerful. As hassles occur, you just keep moving through the day, one stressful event building upon another. By the end of the day, you're exhausted, and it takes less and less to set off that stress alarm. Your resources like energy, problem-solving abilities, patience, and tolerance are depleted, and you usually don't have time to regroup and reset between these hassles. This can affect your mood and leave you irritable and reactive, and small things feel bigger and harder to manage. What doesn't bother you normally can suddenly become the last straw. The second factor that affects the impact of daily hassles is accumulation. To accumulate means to gradually increase the amount of something over time. You accumulate things, money, knowledge, debris, power, lots of things, including stressors. Often major life events create additional daily hassles. The birth of a child, for example, even if it's desired, can create money concerns, loss of sleep, added laundry, and less time to do all the things you've already been doing, and can even affect your emotions and other relationships. This requires you to deal with more things, and individual things that may not have bothered you before now feel too big or too much. If your resources aren't being replenished, this accumulation of daily hassles over time can become overwhelming stress. The third factor that affects the impact of daily hassles is distraction. A distraction is something that turns your attention away from something you want or need to concentrate on. Distractions take you away from more important tasks and require you to focus on urgent situations. They require you to stop what you're doing and respond. These distractions can be from your kids, your spouse, other people. They could be a phone call, text messages, even true emergencies. Other distractions are more subtle. They could include social media, surfing the internet, notifications, the news, TV, pets, meetings. And still other distractions can include looking at the clock, noisy rooms, small, unimportant tasks, and even your own thoughts. Once you're distracted, it takes extra time to refocus and get back on what you were working on before. And distractions happen multiple times a day. In fact, most of us experience all of these impact factors many times a day, triggering that stress response again and again. So, what are the risks of daily hassles? Even though life's daily hassles individually seem like no big deal when you look at them as separate events, studies have shown that daily hassles can be even more damaging to your health and happiness than major life events. And here's why. They're usually small and seemingly insignificant individual events. They seem as expected and normal, just a part of life. They happen frequently, and for many, they occur all day long, and we tend to become desensitized to them. People are less likely to seek support when experiencing daily hassles as opposed to more specific major life events, because daily hassles seem normal. While major life events occur infrequently, daily hassles can occur hundreds of times per day, every day. Even though we may become desensitized to the occurrence of daily hassles, our bodies still respond. When not addressed, these seemingly harmless, normal daily hassles can cause significant, lasting harm and can turn into altering and damaging chronic stress. The third greatest cause of stress is mental chatter, otherwise known as your thoughts. New research suggests that the average person has approximately 6,200 thoughts per day. And of those thoughts, 80% are believed to be negative, and 90 to 95% of our thoughts are repetitive. Negative thoughts trigger the fight or flight response and release stress chemicals into your body, just the same as if you were actually experiencing a stressful event. The more you think these negative thoughts, the more those stress chemicals are released and the more damage they can do. And depending on the day, this can happen hundreds of times in a single day. That's bad enough all by itself, but it doesn't stop there. Every time you relive or retell that experience, your body reacts all over again, just as it did when you were experiencing the event in real time or when you just imagined it. And most of the time, those repetitive thoughts you have throughout the day are remembering or anticipating a negative event. To make things worse, none of these things has to actually happen to trigger that stress response. Just thinking about them can cause your body to react internally the same as if they had actually occurred. And every time you review it in your mind, your body responds, and the stress response is triggered over and over. So now that you know that major life events, life's daily hassles, and your mental chatter or your thoughts are the three greatest causes of stress no matter who you are, how does your life stack up? In which of these areas do you have the greatest struggle? Please share in the comments below. If you like what you're learning, join me each week right here for more tips, tools, and valuable insights as you learn how to recognize and unwrap the gift of stress so you can take control of your life, your health, and your happiness as you go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. And if you like more videos like this, then make sure to watch the videos on your screen. I think you'll like them. Till next time.